What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni, and look at that Raker, ladies and gentlemen. Shredder, and Nucleon with suppression and freezing drone. You know I'm not a fan of this, the fact that the Shredders instantly apply these effects, no problem. I hate it, actually, to be precise, but in this case, it serves a good purpose because an otherwise useless setup, or very weak setup like the Raker, can shine. And I'm really meaning shine. Let me just win some free-for-all matches like it was nothing, okay? Starting here with suppressing, locking, and freezing the enemy Ouchun right there. Making his flight completely worthless because he's hanging in the air there, no problem. Then I have his last stand activated, and then like a pro, this is how you play the Raker. If I want to get this kill, I make sure I suppress this this Ravana right there with my suppression charge, and because he was suppressed, he couldn't get that kill. So I made sure I get the kill and no one else does because I suppressed the enemy who would have otherwise had a good chance of stealing that kill from me, right? Then we have a lot of damage output here. I guess I could have phase shifted here, but I was just gonna deal as much damage as I could, and yeah. In the second match, by the way, I will snack 3 Ravanas in a row, almost simultaneously, because they are so easy to counter with a Raker. I'm showing you this later, okay? Let's stay with me here through the first match, where I rock the boat and kill Titans. I'm not even joking. I'm going to be killing Titans with this Raker, no problem. I'm not even joking, guys. You'll get to see why. All right, and then in the second match, again, I'll be absolutely snacking the Ravanas like it was nothing, okay? So, a Raker, we all know what it does. It suppresses enemy. It has an okay amount of firepower. It is relatively mobile, but it is very, very lightly armored. It has very little HP. Again, I suppress the enemy, making sure he cannot get this kill because his weapon systems are suppressed, and instead, I'm the one getting the kills. And take a look at what I'm doing now. How many things I will be killing from this point on. I killed the Blitz Robot, I killed the Ares, and I killed the Ouchun. Remember? That's the order of things I just did. Instantly killing an entire leech, super quick. Feels like he got hit by something else too because he died way too fast. Now, I'm getting attacked from behind from an Ouchun, from the front from an Ouchun, and I have a leech on the left side. Most people would probably say, okay, that little Raker is done now, especially since my phase shift is about to run out. Let me show you what I do. Alright, this is how we do in the Mounty Town, dude! So, we're starting to bring down this guy, suppress him, then we're getting back in cover from the leech behind the column. We're finishing off this guy. The leech had his ability use. We're suppressing the leech in the meantime, dropping him after his suppression, and his ability runs out. And then we have the old Ravana counter. Every time the Ravana comes out of his ability, he is suppressed. And I would also kill that Ravana now if I wasn't getting attacked from another person from the right side with a Blitz Robot or something. Guys, if you like the content and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, consider doing it now and hit that notification bell. I would certainly appreciate it. And suggest to me some other setups that you might want to see that you haven't seen often. Here, I'm suppressing the Titan, so I get the kill at the Ares, right? That's how you do it. That's how we do it here in the Manni Town, not only, but basically in the Raker Town. That's basic Raker playstyle 101. Making sure in free-fall you are the one getting that kill, because no robot in the game can suppress as reliable as the Raker can, even up at maximum range, and so I was able to do that, okay? Whew! Yeah, alright, this guy doesn't seem particularly interested in me anymore. I don't know why, but he lost his interest. It's okay. I got him locked. I got his last stand released, and now all I've got to do, he activates instant lockdown, by the way, with lockdown ammo. And then afterwards, after he's landing, I just drop him down, no problem. And here comes a tank. However, I want to warn you, it's not a legendary pilot on that Fenrir, and he may not be the highest level Fenrir. But it is a Fenrir nonetheless, so let's see what we can do against him here. Coming in, fighting him. Got him locked and suppressed, and then unfortunately he suppressed me. Locked me. I was gonna walk around the corner, but he actually got me locked as well with his Corona and Glory. And as a result, I couldn't get in cover. But, well, he didn't really do that much damage, and godlike is the result. A Raker in free-for-all. Okay, I have to admit, there aren't a ton of Scorpions. There aren't a ton of Hawks in the area right now. So I was being a little bit lucky with the matchup, right? Normally you have tons of Hawks, tons of Scorpions with sonic weapons and stuff. In this case, I was a bit lucky with the matchup. The enemies did have a couple of things. In the second match, there will be plenty of Ravanas, also some Hawks, but it wasn't like only Hawks or only Scorpions and stuff like this, okay? I have him suppressed. This is why I don't need to phase shift now. I wait for the suppression to end and then I phase shift. To buy myself as much time before last stand drops as possible, and then he goes down instantly, no problem. Now, I told you we were gonna kill some Titans, right? I'm not sure if this is the situation. We're going to try and kill this Titan. However, there's a second Titan coming in as well, and that's a bit crazy. Alright, see this guy right there? Every time I come out and suppress him in shot, I wait for 10 seconds. Now, his suppression wears off. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he can be resuppressed. After suppressing somebody, you have to count 10 seconds. 5 seconds for the suppression, 5 seconds for the resistance against suppression. Because for whatever reason, Pixonic still hasn't increased the resistance duration against the same stupid effect. So you can literally be suppressed or locked or frozen half the entire battle, which is completely stupid, but it's the case, unfortunately, nonetheless. And yeah, here we are. Suppressing again this guy, having him always suppressed and locked with a Shredder, dealing massive damage. Look, I would kill this guy. If it wasn't for the other Titan coming around the corner and stealing the kill from me, I would have killed that guy no problem. Because I can just buy myself time. I lock him down every time, I suppress him every time I come around the corner, and I do a lot of damage every time I come around the corner, while he cannot really do any of these things except, well, the Nodens can suppress him. Now, I have a bit of a problem here because this thing is way too high up now. I can't get in cover. He flies so high up. Okay, he's landing now, but I already lost the weapon. I'm too low on health now. I won't be able to make this this happen here, I guess. He was suppressed, but his suppression now ends, and I died. But it was, you know, I was already at so low health. So, let's kill two things at once. We are killing with this one Raker, that Nightingale, and that Titan. Both of them, okay? And the Titan is almost full HP still. Let's wait for the Nightingale to land. Here we go, instant suppression, and there he goes. It's a great combo. Both weapons have 500 meters range, the Shredder and the Nucleon. They are bypassing energy shields, both of them, and they have a great rate of fire, great damage output, and decent accuracy, even up to range. Not perfect, but decent, okay? So, this guy's gonna be resuppressible in 3, 2, 1... Now, he's resuppressed, he cannot really do the full amount of damage, so I may as well just shoot him, reload my weapons afterwards, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now he can be resuppressed, so I walk out in full knowledge that he can't really do any real damage to me here, and that's it. Getting back behind the next cover, alright, then counting through 1, he will be resuppressed, he's having a hard time dropping my last stand, and yep, I'm still firing. He can be resuppressed in 3, 2, 1, and coming out and launching resuppression. He can deal damage and he goes down like nothing. Boom. So, Raker kills Titans, no problem, right? Kids would go down too, and Minos Titans would also be killable. However, it's hard when they come too close to you. You need cover to go behind. 17 kills, 5 million damage. When was the last time you've seen a Raker rock the battlefield and rule it all, right? And here we are in the second match, as I promised, guys. There are 3 Ravanas coming in. 3 of them. And every time they come out of Transcendence or Phase Shift, I can insta-suppress them. Every time. So they can never deal damage to me. Take a look at that, okay? Boom, instantly suppressed. He realizes he's suppressed, uses Transcendence. Comes out of it, instantly suppressed. He realizes he can't deal damage, is suppressed, Transcendence. Comes out of it, bop, resuppressed immediately. And then he has no more Transcendence modes, but I have a Phase Shift walking through his thing. Now, again, remember what I do? I should suppress the other guy, but in this case I didn't. Thankfully, I did get the kill nonetheless. So, that was the first Ravana. Let's rinse and repeat the same thing. He comes out of his ability, instant suppression. He notices that he is suppressed, although in this case he's just shooting because he's got Phase Shift running, last stand running. So, again here, suppressing this Ravana to make sure I'm the one getting this kill. And you know what? Despite being suppressed, you see his weapons are red. I have the increased suppression skill, pilot skill on the Raker. And despite 90% of his firepower being gone, and all of my firepower hitting that Ravana at the same time, his rocket somehow scores the kill. Unbelievable. Wait a minute, Nucleon killed him. Nucleon? Huh? Wait a minute, who killed him with Nucleon? Who has Nucleon? Enemy 5 gets killed by Nucleon from whom? Enemy 2? Huh? Where was enemy 2? Enemy 2 killed? How? I just realized this for the first time. I thought he, with his suppressed weapons, got the kill. As unlikely as that sounds, but enemy 2 with Nucleon, who was way behind cover and didn't even have line of sight, somehow got this kill. What? Alright, you know what? Thankfully, the enemy here phase shifted, which means what happens after he comes out of phase shift? Instant suppression. That's right, now his last stand is running and he uses phase shift or transcendence, which means he gets suppressed again. You can easily win against a Raker as a Ravana if you just don't use your transcendence and phase shift. That's the easiest thing in the world. You can kill the Raker, no problem. You have way more health, you have way more firepower, right? All you've got to do is not use transcendence and phase shift so that you have those 5 seconds of resistance against these effects and can kill him in that time. But Ravanas, as they are, love to run their phase shift or transcendence every time they are suppressed, because they learned that suppression usually isn't going to happen every 2 seconds, but now it is, with suppression drones, with, Rakers, of course, having the suppression effect 3 times in a row. Unfortunately, in this case, I reach the end of what I can do here with this Raker, but let's kill that Hawk. Here, he's entering his flight and resistance, because remember how the Aochun now loses his stealth already when he starts his descent from the flight, and only gains the stealth effect after he reaches his high altitude, right? So he loses another 5-6 seconds of stealth just for nothing. In addition to the 2 seconds they removed just period from the duration. And the Hawk, despite having the same protective ability, instead of stealth it's just resistance, but it's the exact same thing, the Hawk, as the new robot or wonder, gets to keep his stealth, or his resistance in this case. Already when he presses the button, he activates it immediately, and it lasts until he touches the ground again, while his flight is longer as well. I wouldn't complain about this, and I wouldn't say this here, Pixonic, if the Hawk would have had the same thing. If the Hawk's resistance would only activate as he reaches his highest altitude, and loses it as he starts to descend, like the Aochun. But since you took this from the Aochun, and gave this very same overpowered feature to the Hawk, that already has a higher flight time, you know, makes it just so textbook obvious, seriously. Sorry, guys. Alright, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here for pointing out things that I believe should be looked at that are not really the way they should be. And also I'm here to entertain and provide some awesome, fun gameplay, which I hope I am, which I really hope this Raker is convincing you guys that even this old Raker can do a ton of good stuff. This old geezer is still really powerful right here with its firepower. But it's not a Hawk or it's not a Scorpion, and you don't even try and make this, imagine this to be anywhere near that much power. But I want to show you, you can have really good rounds with this. You can win even free for all, despite there being Ravanas, Hawks, Blitz robots, and Titans and other things in the battle that you have to deal with, right? So yeah. I'm phase shifting too late here. I took a ridiculous amount of damage in a very short time, way faster than I expected. But yeah. So, what would you say about us starting to fight some Titans now? Like, whoa, I'm having hiccups now. Blah. I hate hiccups. What do you say about we make sure we don't get killed by the second placed enemy and instead go and kill him? That's why I ran away. I made sure that the guy who's already second is not getting a kill here. Instant suppression against the Hawk after last stand. By the way, here's a question for Pixonic. Why can a last stand robot not be suppressed or anything? Why are they immune to every effect when they are in last stand? Shouldn't they only be immune to damage during that time? Just a question that I want to throw in here. But yeah, so there's a leech over on the other side. We're getting him instantly suppressed, but he activates his ability instantly. So it's like a putt situation. Is that how you say it in English? We say it in German like this. Not sure if you also say it in English. It's like a situation where both guys basically are stuck. We can't deal damage to either one of us. But I can corner shoot him now a little bit, wait out his ability, come out and rapsa go for him. And okay, now phase shifting, his ability starts now. I was waiting out his immunity against lockdown, suppression, that's what I meant. So his ability is going to end now, my last stand is gone of course. But let's start to fight some titans here, okay? Because I can suppress them and I can lock them. So I'm strong against the titans. So let's go and show this to him. See how much damage he's taking in what a short amount of time and how little damage he took back to me. Because, you know, I have him suppressed, so he can't really deal much damage to me. And if I use the suppression charge that is reinforced by the pilot skill, I can do this no problem. This guy turns around, wants to fire, and I get back in safety. Here comes a Nightingale. Oh boy. And he has got full health. And I am in range of his Havoc weapon. So I'm trying to walk out of his Havoc reach, right? Doing this very effectively. Making sure he doesn't get me there. Alright, here he comes in. And... come on! Yeah, oh, he heals back so much! Unreal how much he just healed back there, dude. But thankfully I got a phase shift, I can suppress him, and then I can whoop him. And despite all that healing, I still got him killed. And then I get splash killed by the Titan. So, let's fight this Titan right here. Let me show you that I would beat him. We only have 20 seconds left on the clock, but I would beat him. Even though I'm fighting him head on, except even though he cannot be suppressed right now, but now he is suppressed again. He's got resistance against it in a couple of seconds, and I shouldn't be fighting like this. I should only be fighting with cover, but I don't have the time for it, so I just fight him head on, and I can still beat him. I can still beat him. I would win this fight. I even have last stand still, but unfortunately the match ends now. So, yeah, this was the little Super Raker. Very interesting and powerful setup. Fun to play. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if so, leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and thank you guys so much for watching. We see each other in the next video. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye-bye.